Political Science, Standard 10th, Chapter 1, Working of the Constitution. The Constitution came into force on 26 Jan 1950, and since then the government has been working in accordance with the principles of the Constitution. In this chapter, we will take a brief overview of the wide-ranging nature of Indian democracy, important changes that have taken place in the political process, and steps that have been taken to establish social justice and equality. This review will primarily focus on three areas: democracy, social justice, and judicial system. Democracy. Political maturity. Democracy does not merely imply a representative structure. The essence of representative is to integrate the principles of democracy in actual practice. Once this is done, democracy becomes an integral part of the political life of the society. Accordingly, the Indian people have direct representation in the parliament, state legislature, and local government. Holding free and fair elections at regular interval is an important indicator of India's successful democracy. The increasing participation of the people in the political process and the political competition shows that Indian democracy has become successful to a great extent. Right to vote. The Indian Constitution had made the provisions of right to vote for adults. In the pre-independence period, several provisions existed which restricted to right to vote. All such provisions were cancelled after independence, and the Indian Constitution guaranteed adult suffrage by giving the right to vote equally to both men and women above the age of 21 years. The voting age was later reduced from 21 years to 18 years, which gave opportunity of political participation to the young generation in India. Such provisions had made India the largest democracy in the whole world. This change is not only quantitative but also qualitative, as the new political parties are emerging with active support of young voters. This party represents various expectations of people and compete in political sphere. Decentralization of democracy. What is the meaning of decentralization of democracy? Decentralization of democracy means to distribute power to each individual. Decentralization of power is central to democratic government. Decentralization controls the misuse of power and also creates opportunities for political participation. The 73rd and 74th Amendment to the Indian Constitution gave constitutional status to local self-governing institutions and has also increased their powers. Right to Information (RTI) was established in 2005. Citizen empowerment is the essential condition of democracy. It is necessary to create opportunities for citizens' participation and interaction with the government. Increased communication between citizens and government help in strengthening democracy and in building a relationship of trust between them. Citizens have a right to know about the functioning of government. The Government of India gave the right to information to citizens of India, which ensures transparency and accountability, which are the hallmarks of good governance. Right to information has made the government more transparent and has reduced the element of secrecy in the working of government. After the year 2000, the whole approach towards democratic reforms has changed. Democratic reforms are considered as rights of citizens. Accordingly, citizens in India have got right to information, right to education, and right to food security. These rights have strengthened democracy in India. Right-based approach. In the decades after independence, progress was made towards more and more democratization of India. However, in this process, citizens were considered as beneficiaries. Social justice and equality. Social justice and equality are important objectives of our Constitution. The Constitution has given guidelines to establish a new society based on these two values. We today are following the path laid down by our Constitution to achieve this goal. To establish social justice is to remove social conditions which are responsible for injustice and insist on equality of dignity for all individuals. The principles of justice and equality aim at ending discrimination in social status such as superior or inferior on the basis of caste, religion, language and gender, place of birth, race, property, and giving equality of opportunity for development to every individual. Policy of reservation of seats. Policy of reservation of seat is meant for those sections of society who have been deprived of opportunities for education and employment for a longer period of time. Accordingly, in educational institutions and governmental services, some seats are kept reserved for scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. There is also a provision for reservation of seats for the other backward classes. The Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribes Prevention of Atrocities Act. This is a very important act for establishing social justice and equality. This act prevents any justice against the people belonging to scheduled caste and scheduled tribes, and any act of atrocity committed against them is liable for punishment. Provisions for minorities in India. The Indian Constitution has made several provisions for protection of minorities. The government has adopted several policies for minorities to provide them the opportunities for education and employment. The Indian Constitution prohibits discrimination on the basis of caste, religion, race, language, and region. This is a comprehensive provision for minorities which fundamentally protects the rights to equality, freedom, right against exploitation, cultural and educational rights. Laws relating to women and provision for their representation. In the post-independence period, efforts were made for empowering women. Taking into consideration the problems of women, several policies have been adopted at national and international level to remove illiteracy among women and to make available opportunities for their development. The right to have equal share in the property of father and husband, Dowry Prohibition Act, Act Against Sexual Harassment, Domestic Violence Act are some important provisions which create a favorable environment for protection of women and securing in their development. The 73rd and 74th Amendment reserved 33% of seats for women in local self-governing institutions. This percentage has been raised to 50% in several states including Maharashtra. Role of Judiciary. The judiciary in India has played an important role in strengthening democracy and helping to make towards achieving the objectives of social justice and equality. We will try to understand the contribution of judiciary in this regard with the help of the following points. The basic framework of the Constitution. The Constitution of India is dynamic and it is a living document. The Constitution has to change according to the changing conditions and Parliament has the power to make those changes. The judiciary has taken a stand that the Parliament, while amending the Constitution, cannot make changes at the basic structure of the Constitution. Significant judicial decisions taken by the judiciary of India. The protection provided to the citizens by fundamental rights in the Constitution has been made more meaningful through various decisions of judiciary. Some of the most important subjects on which the court has given judgments include rights of the children, protection of human rights, protection of the honor and dignity of women, individual freedom, and tribal empowerment. These efforts have made the political process in India more mature. In this chapter, we took a review of the Constitution and the working of the government on the basis of the Constitution in the context of Indian democracy. There are many challenges before India's democracy. Government's acts and policies have put an end to all the problems. There are several new problems confronting us. However, what is important is that the people in India have developed a democratic mindset. In the next chapter, we'll study the election process in India. Thank you.